The Ken and Dave morning program. Ken Dillon in the studio with Kaleb McIntire, as promised. Well, I was going to say a little bit late, a day late, as it turns out, as we had to tape this. We told the story, Kaleb. First of all, welcome to the studios, my friend.
Thank you.
Are you doing well?
I'm doing great. How you doing today?
I'm doing better than you were before we had to tape this interview, I guess.
I can guarantee that.
You had a kind of a long morning. Tell us, if you can, what happened down there at the house before you came up here.
Well, we have some interesting neighbors' dogs that apparently broke into my mom's house and stole her bag of goodies and the map and all sorts of
all
stuff.
All of our
this morning.
information that we needed to make this trip, and his cowboy hat.
My cowboy hat.
I was going to say, I saw the cowboy hat, and when I met you in Nashville, when we were down there for CRS, you know, it's like everybody has to have a cowboy hat. You know, when you're performing, you got the ball cap on now, and I understand why, because this errant dog peed all over your cowboy.
He did. I was sick of smelling urine, so I put the cap back on.
I can't say as I blame you. We have told your story as best we can about, you know, being from Joplin. Of course, we got the video up on our website right now as our featured video, and been playing the tune like crazy. And Mom, we'll get to you here in a couple of seconds.
Okay.
But first of all, everybody who has talked about you that I've heard is like, well, how old is he?
I'm 26 years old.
Is that right?
That's right.
That's not even what I guessed.
What did you guess?
I said you'd probably be like 20, 21.
Well, you know, that's fine. We'll just let people think that.
Do you still get carded?
I do get carded, actually. I do.
How long have you been doing this music thing?
I've been in music my whole life, but as far as this country thing, it's only been about a year. You know, I used to do rock and roll and even a little bit of heavy metal music and stuff like that. But I grew up, you know, playing gospel music on the road with my dad and stuff like that. So, so that kind of shaped me for this.
I was going to say it's interesting. You know, at least you're multifaceted. You're not pigeonholed into one thing.
I just like music, you know.
Yeah.
This kind of comes out natural, you know, as opposed to the rock and roll stuff. So.
Now you're from Joplin.
Yep.
And we've been talking about that. The video that you see up on our website filmed entirely down in Joplin, and one of the guys from our group, from Good Radio TV stations from Farmington, Missouri, was down there, and he's in the video a couple of times. I didn't get to make it down there, but that looked like it was just a whole lot of fun to shoot.
It was. It was a brand new experience, but it was a great time. Friends and family and everybody was involved in the hometown, and it was just good.
That's what we've been saying on the air, is if you watch the video, it's just something fun to watch with all the motorcycles and, you know, throwing a boat in the water and all that kind of stuff.
It was fun. It was definitely fun.
As I said, we are playing the new single. What's the story behind that? Did you have any hand in writing that?
I co-wrote that with Rich McCready and Brian Mayer and Davey Albrecht, some of my really good friends out in Nashville. Brian Mayer wrote Small Town USA, and Rich McCready's written stuff like Hold Something Cold and stuff for that 8 Seconds movie and all sorts of other stuff.
Okay. And the song seems to be taken off not just around here, but in redneck parts of the country.
Definitely. It was a perfect fit for the album.
Well, yeah, and you know, I wanted to ask you about the album, but the song in and of itself, as I told you before we went on the air, just seems to fit this area. You can, and I know that's one of the important things about writing and getting music out to listeners, is something that they can relate to. And there's something in that song for everybody, as far as, you know, you may not even realize you're a redneck until you listen to that song.
Completely, totally true, man.
And what about the album? Is it out and available now?
It is. You can get it on iTunes or CD Baby, Dig Station, stuff like that, but also my website.
Okay. Which I bet is going to be KalebMcIntire.com.
That's right. How'd you guess?
Well, you know, but you have to spell it out, because people do the C and they'll do
right.
Okay,
it's with a K.
Kaleb with a K, and then McIntire, McIntire.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And before we let you play a tune, we're going to talk to Mom just a little bit here. I only found out yesterday. Ma'am, I shouldn't call you Mom. Tell us your name.
I'm Jackie.
Pull that microphone close to you.
Okay.
Don't be afraid of it.
All right.
You're in the
Jackie.
you're in the big music business now. You got to get used to that.
Okay.
So they told me yesterday, Lynn, when I was talking to her, said, "Oh, you're going to love Kaleb's mom."
Aww.
And I said, "Well, why?" And she goes, "Oh, you'll know when you see her." And so Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Well, that was nice.
But she was
Thank you.
right.
Well, thank you.
So it's very, I'm going to say very rare from a lot of people that we have come in here. You know, the artists always have these people tagging along or whatever, and they're, you know, maybe wives or something. But what made you want to step in and say, hey, you know, little boy, I can take care of this myself?
Yeah. Well, actually, Caleb kind of asked me to do this with him, which I don't know, it's a treat for me to have my 26-year-old son want me to be with him, and so I was happy to do it. I've kind of always been at his side whenever he's done his music. We used to do a lot of music at church, and hasn't told you, but he won several talent contests at church.
Great.
And was able to even be on television a couple times with that. So, and I told him I would bake all the DJs cookies if I could come with them. So I did that.
Yeah, I saw that. I got a bandana full of cookies. I don't think I've ever had a bandana.
Yeah, it was my strange idea. So.
That's very good. So what did you do before all this music stuff? I mean, do you have a full-time job still?
Not now. I was a school teacher, taught second grade, and then worked for my husband, with my husband, up until about 2 years ago, and then just kind of stopped doing that. And,
that's very cool.
Yeah.
And Caleb, do you have to? We were talking about this on the air earlier too. I said, you know, you go do these shows in the wild honky tonks and all that, and you got the girls that are misbehaving and showing parts of themselves that they probably shouldn't show. And mom's over there on the sidelines. What's that like?
Oh, it's a little different. We always got to play a little Johnny Paycheck for only hell my mama ever raised every time. So.
I get apologies every once in a while for a word that maybe wasn't quite right or something. I appreciate that, though.
Didn't happen at the gospel shows, though.
No, it's a little different there.
All right. And I can't talk to you without talking about Joplin, since you live there. Everybody now feeling so sorry for everything that happened down in Joplin. Were you guys immediately affected by the tornado down there?
Well, not us personally, but I have a couple of friends, that lost their lives, and a lot of families that were affected by the tornado. It was a pretty bad deal.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's probably one of the reasons why, when it came to the video, you wanted to shoot it at home.
Definitely, definitely. Had a lot to do with it.
Thoughts and prayers to all your friends down there that lost loved ones and all of that. You brought your guitar, which is a good thing.
Definitely.
Because we make people work when they come here.
There
we
you
don't
go.
just let you sit around. Are you going to sing harmony, Mom?
No, I wish if his sister, who was in the video with them, was
Yeah.
here, she could do that.
Okay. You're just going to listen like the
I'm
rest
gonna
of us.
listen like a good mama.
Okay. Like a good mama should. What do you want to do for us, man?
I'll play something besides redneck and all of this. I'll play a little tune, kind of about my hometown.
Okay.
About Joplin.
We're ready anytime you are. It's Kaleb McIntire here on the Ken and Dave Morning Show for KDKD.
This is called I Don't Buy That Anymore. Well, I was a young boy sitting in that old church pew. The preacher's pointing his finger and telling me what to do. Well, he'd smile as he shook your hand when you walked out that door. But I don't buy that anymore. Well, I was 22, I thought I knew everything. I'd take a little coke and mix it with Jim Beam. But it's been a long time since I walked in a liquor store. I don't buy that anymore. So give me my hometown, my mom and dad, same girlfriend I always had. 'Cause that's the only truth I know. Give me a dirt road, a few good friends, love that lasts and don't ever end. Don't try to sell me on what I buy. Oh. Run this country every day, and for $1 bill they tell you anything. They say that we are the ones they're working for.
beautiful. Kaleb McIntire right here at KDKD, and I don't buy that anymore. Is that on the new album that's available?
That is.
Very good, very good. And iTunes or through your website, KalebMcIntire.com, will get you up to date on the spelling of that again. That one I am sure you did write.
Yep, me and a couple co-writers.
Okay. What's the, and I know you don't live in Nashville.
No, not yet actually.
But you're traveling back and forth down there.
Yes.
And do you feel like, I ask this of a lot of the indie artists that come in, do you feel like you can't have success unless you live in Nashville these days?
Not so much nowadays. Nowadays you can kind of go on the road and do your thing and go to Nashville when you're needed, you know. You don't really have to be there 24/7.
We met, of course, at the country radio seminar down there, the big meet and greet, and everybody was walking around, and that was the first thing I noticed, that you have a hat like mine. We got our hat at the same place there, the Make Biscuits Not Worth It.
Nice.
But the thing is, so many people, and I hadn't been to Nashville since I drove through when I was like 6 years old. Well, I didn't drive. You don't have cars, Mark. You know, somebody else was doing the driving. Yeah, but it's amazing to me the talent of people that just, we don't get to hear them.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you walk down the street, there's a guy playing in the street for tips.
Totally.
That is just a knockout musician, you know, and it's got to be tough from your end because of the competition that's out there.
Absolutely. There's a lot of fish out there in that sea, you know. A lot of good talent.
We like to take the approach here that music is not a commodity. You know, you have to have, I know radio stations in big markets, you know, you have to have the numbers, you have to have the big names, you know, and Kaleb McIntire is not going to stand up right now to a Kenny Chesney, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But here, we believe that, you know, it's our job to bring music to people so that they can hear it, just like Redneck and all of us. You know, if we hadn't played that, you know, people wouldn't relate to it. That's what I was getting to earlier. And so if people just play the music, just play the good music and let the people decide, I wish radio would kind of get back to that. Back before you were born.
Totally, man.
That's the way things used to be done. So I'm hoping that will work out for you. You're doing a radio tour now, which is why you're here. Do you plan on touring? You putting together some new stuff? Or
yes,
what?
I'm putting together all sorts of new music right now. At the same time we are on the road, we're setting up a tour with a new booking agency right now,
Okay.
and that we should have all the information on that within the month. And yeah, things are picking up for us, and
Good.
we're busy, you know.
Do you feel pressure and act like Mom's not here? Okay?
I do every day.
Do you feel pressure because Mom's there and you're like, look, you know, she gave up a full-time job, she's doing all this for me now, and by gosh, I got to make it work.
It's definitely every day, man. Every day keeps me going, though, you know. But yeah, that's my fuel.
Then you don't put that undue pressure on you.
No, I do have mom talks with him quite a bit all the way here, but he's doing great though. I'm proud of him, very proud of him.
One of the things, and I can see that you're not this way just in the short amount of time that we've been together, but one thing I always hate is, you know, what we call stage moms.
Uh-huh.
You know, you don't consider yourself a stage mom.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I would run the opposite direction of that as fast as I could, yeah.
Very good,
Yeah.
very good. It's KalebMcIntire.com. It's KalebMcIntire. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
.com. Okay, I've practiced that for like a week to get it taken care of. You can see the video of the new single on our webpage. What else are you going to do for us before I let you guys run out of here and run down the road?
I'll do you a song that a buddy named Ray Capehart of mine in Nashville helped me write. This is called Jesse James. So baby, don't hold on to me, 'cause I was born wild and free. And tomorrow it might never come. I live my life like Jesse James, riding high across them plains, stealing hots in a robbing train. Yes, I live my life, living like Jesse James. So if you don't see much of me at all, I'll be stoned somewhere in Arkansas. Yeah, chasing pills with alcohol. I don't give a damn if it's against the law, 'cause I live my life like Jesse James, riding high across them plains, stealing hots in a robbing train. Yes, I live my life, living like Jesse James. Yeah, I live my life, living like Jesse James. So baby, don't hold on to me, 'cause I was born wild and free.
Very good. That's work. Kaleb McIntire from 95.3 KDKD. Song called Jesse James. Another relatable tune, because you know everybody around here is Jesse James' cousin. You get that down there too?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
That guy's got more relatives than anybody I have ever known. So, very good. That also available on the new album.
Absolutely.
Okay, so get to iTunes, or as we said, KalebMcIntire.com. Get that purchased. You will like it. We also will play some more of the album cuts here on KDKD too. And of course, keep on going with the brand new single, Redneck and All of Us. Check that video out on our website at westcentralmoinfo.com. It's our featured video right now, right there on the front page. So thanks so much for taking. I'm sorry it took such an effort for you to get here with losing the cowboy hat and all that kind of stuff. But I'm glad you guys made it.
We're glad to, man. We've had a good time with you.
That's cool. I know you've got other radio stations to get to. We won't hold you up, but as always, when we have people in like you, it's great to see the other side, like I said, of the music, the person behind it. We like those, I guess MTV came up with the unplugged type thing. And I got to tell you, I can't imagine you singing rock and heavy metal. my morning show partner, Dave Lee, over there, and I were talking on the air yesterday, and it's like, vocally, the way you sound in Redneck of All of Us is so redneck.
Yeah.
I just can't picture you belting out some Nickelback song or whatever the case
Totally.
is.
Well, like I said, this is the natural sound, that comes out of me. This is easier to me than that.
Well, that's
So,
good. That's good. Well, good luck to you. I know we'll hear a lot more from you. Keep going with the single. Good luck on the rest of the radio tour, man.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for coming in, too.
Yeah, thank you.
You have to do
Enjoyed
all
it.
the driving?
No, he actually drove, so.
Oh, but you just told him to
See,
slow
I'm not
down.
that stage mom, am I?
Yeah, that's
That you
right.
drive.
Yeah, that's right. Caleb, slow down.
Once or twice.
All right, again, Kaleb McIntire here live on the KDKD Morning Show with Ken and Dave.